Hello everyone, welcome to Code with Mrityunjay. In this video we are going to build a complete Spring Boot REST API in just 10 minutes. We will create the project, build a REST API and test it step by step. So let's get started. First we will create a Spring Boot project using Spring Initializer. Open start.spring.io on your browser. And select a Maven project, language Java, and choose the latest stable Spring Boot version. Then add the group ID, artifact ID, and select the packaging jar, configuration properties, and the Java version 17. Now add the dependencies, Spring Web, while clicking on add dependency. Here you can just select whatever the dependency you want to add. So here we have added the Spring Web for now only, because of Spring Web helps us to create a REST APIs. Now while clicking on explore button, you can check the dependencies added in our project Spring Web MVC. Now click on generate and download the project. Now I will open this project in the IntelliJ IDEA. This is the default project structure, and here we are having a source folder. Inside the source we are having a main. Inside the main we have a Java, and the resource folder is there. So inside the Java we are having a main class which starts our application, and resource folder contain the configuration files. Now let's create a REST APIs. Okay, before creating the REST API, let me explain you the pom.xml file. It is the most important file of our Spring Boot project. So this is the Maven configuration file. It manages our project dependencies and build a configuration. So here you can see the Spring Boot dependencies, parent dependencies, and the version which is 4.0.3. and then this provides the default configuration for our projects. And here we have the Spring Web app dependencies that we have added while creating the project. Spring Web helps us to build the REST APIs, and so whenever we need additional features like database or security, we just add a new dependency inside the pom.xml file. So now let's create a REST APIs. So first we will create a package inside our main package. Now inside the controller, create the class. Now first I'll add the REST controller at the class level. And this basically this REST controller tells the Spring that this class will handle REST request. Then I will add a request mapping with user endpoint. Then I added, and this is our base URL. And now I create a get API using get mapping. I'll get user. So here we will just create a basic APIs. To creating this API is a get, you need to add get mapping annotation here. So basically this will handle our HTTP GET request. Then I will create one more API, post. This API we are creating, post API, which is for create a user. So to make this API is a post API, we need to use the post mapping annotation. And now that's it. Our REST API is ready. Now run and test these APIs. We will run these APIs on our Postman. So while running this Spring Boot project, we need to go to our main file, right click on that, and then run Spring Boot main file. So while running the project, Tomcat, our console should show Tomcat started on port 8080. So you can see here where Tomcat is started on port 8080. Our Spring Boot service is now running. So now just go to the Postman, and here we can test our get APIs and post API both. 8080 is our default host, default port. So if you want, we can change that as well. So users is our base URL, which we have defined in our user controller, the request mapping. Now this is our get API, just click on send, and the output is this is get API list of users, which we have written here. Now we will create a post post body, like post request, post URL we will create. So for the post URL also, our base URL is only users, so we just need to change the method, our HTTP method, and then click on send button, and this is post API user is created. So now in this video we learned how to create a Spring Boot projects, how to create a REST APIs, and how to run the test APIs. Yeah, so if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to Code with Mrityunjay for more Spring Boot tutorials. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.